What's up, guys? I hope you're all having a great day. And today's video is kind of cool, but I was scared shitless at the time because it was my first time getting pulled over, and that shit's scary. And I'm sure for everybody else that's been pulled over and their first time, their experience was probably scary too. I don't know, unless I'm just a big bitch. But anyway, this story takes place last October. It was a Friday, and it was also my homie Levi's birthday. And it was a very, very normal day. I went to school. My friends were all just talking about how they were excited for the party later. And we were basically just really looking forward to that later on. And when school was over, I drove home. Me and Levi played some games before the party, just to pass time. I remember we were playing Elden Ring, probably our 63rd run. And for who hasn't played that game, you definitely should, because it's very good. Anyway, when it comes closer to the time of the party, I leave my house and pick up some of my friends that don't have rides there, which I don't mind because I really enjoy driving. Yeah, but we drive to Levi's house because that's where the party was at. We all go inside, and I say happy birthday to my friend Levi, and I got him a bottle of vodka because he wanted to drink that day, even though we didn't usually, but it was his birthday, so you kind of have to drink on your birthday a little. And I was there for probably 5 minutes or so. I took a piss, and then I got a call from our acquaintance now. His name is, I'll call him Noah. And we don't hang out with Noah because we've realized he is kind of a fake person, and we should have realized that sooner. But yeah, at the time, we were all friends with him. So I hop in my truck, and before I go there, I drive to this corner store because I forgot that Levi asked for an iced tea to go along with his vodka so he could chase it with that. And I was like, yeah, for sure. But I forgot it before I went, so I do that now. And at this store, I know a lot of people that work there. So my friend was at the till, he was cashiering, and I was like, yo, what's up? And then I bought my stuff, and then I go to leave. The part of this parking lot had an only right turn sign, and I had to go left because my destination would be faster going that way. I was like, fuck it, nothing's gonna happen. Why, it would be, what are the odds if a cop was there? And I look to the right, and there's a couple cars in the distance, and I take my left turn, and I go down the road a little bit, and then I have to turn to another street on my right, and I just drive down this street, and then I pull up to a stop sign, and as soon as I do that, I see red and blue flashing lights, and I was kind of already turning to the right already, so I had to pull over on that part of the street. And then he pulls up behind me, and his lights are bright as shit, they're blinding, and I'm nervous as hell because this is my first time getting pulled over. And I was kind of scared, to say the least, even though there was nothing that could have happened with what I did, and I didn't have any illegal stuff with me, so I wasn't too worried about going to jail or nothing. So before he steps out of his vehicle and comes to me, I grab my license and registration, all very shakily, and he walks up to my window, and I roll it down, and I'm like, good evening, officer. And he's like, do you know I pulled you over? And I was like, I could assume so. And he's like, well, what do you think? And I'm like, because I turned left in the wrong spot. And he's like, bingo. And I'm like, I don't even know why I did that. I very much regret it now. And he's like, I wouldn't doubt it. And he was like, why did you exactly? And I was like, to be honest, my destination is closer if I go this way. And I seen that there was nobody there, so I just turned. And he was like, I was there. And I was like, yeah, I kind of know that now. And he kind of just chuckles. And then he's like, when's the last time you had a sip of alcohol? And I was like, last weekend, I think. And he's like, okay. And he's like, any cannabis use recently? And I'm like, no, but I'm not sure exactly how long it's been. And he's like, an estimate? And I was like, I don't know, a long time. And he's like, okay, whatever. And while I'm talking to him, I just notice he has 3 AR mags in like a satchel on his chest, and I just thought that was so cool. But I was also kind of intimidated by it. Even though I knew he wasn't going to use it on me, I was still intimidated for some reason. Anyway, he reads over everything to see that I'm legit, and this is like my vehicle, and I'm like, thank you. And then he proceeds to tell me that the fine is like, I don't quite remember, but it was like in the 200s, I'm pretty sure. And he's like, but since it's your first time getting pulled over, you know what, I'm just gonna let you off free. And I'm like, thank you so much, that means so much to me, you have no idea. And he's like, no problem. And I'm also gonna ask you, you must have an N, correct? And I'm like, yeah. And I kind of lied to him and was like, yeah, I had a car wash recently, it fell off. And for those of you that don't know what an N is, it's like, where I'm from, we have like these magnets that signify like what level of driver we are. And an N is like new, but it like stands for novice. And I was like, yeah, I must have forgot to put it back on after the car wash. And he's like, okay, well, do you have it on you? And I was like, yep, I'll just grab it. And then I was like struggling to grab it, which was really embarrassing. And then he's like, would you like to open the door? Will that make it easier for you? And I was like, yeah, it would. And then I open it, grab it, put it on the back. And then after, he was like, thank you for being so cooperative and nice. That's the real reason why I'm letting you off free. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And he was like, have a good night, stay safe. And I was like, you as well. And then I was just sitting in my truck in silence, no music, for like 5 minutes straight, just like shaking because I was so nervous. And then I end up driving to Noah's house, picking him up, and I was like, the first thing I said to him, I was like, I just got pulled over. And he was like, what? And I was like, I just got pulled over. And he's like, oh, damn, for what? And I was like, going 50 over. And he's like, you're fucking kidding, you wouldn't be driving right now. And I was like, yeah, you're right. It was because I was turning left and being stupid when I wasn't supposed to. And then we drive back to Levi's. I tell everybody that I just got pulled over and how chill the cop was. And they were like, damn, you're lucky. And I was like, yeah, I know, it was sweet. And then I texted my mom about it. And then Noah was like, hey, you should tell your mom the same thing you said to me when you picked me up. And I was like thinking about it for a while. And I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to scare her like that. And then I just told her the truth and what got me pulled over. And then she was like, I'm glad you told me, and follow the road laws and signs. And I was like, yeah, I will do that. And also, that's basically the lesson of the story. Follow road laws and signs. Yeah, it's just like not worth the risk. Losing money for a stupid reason. You'll get to your destination soon enough. And that basically concludes this story. Let me know of your guys' experiences with getting pulled over for your first time. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to see more like this, and turn on notifications to not miss a new video. I have been posting daily. I don't know if that's going to change, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Later.